Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Gurok here, Casual Gamer Dad, coming at you guys with another episode of my Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker job review video series. This is the PvE review for a job that I was saving for last, but due to certain circumstances, I've decided to do it now, and that is, of course, the Dancer. I know, little disclaimer before I go ahead and do my review, I did say that Dragoon was next, and Dragoon is leveled. If I turn on my UI here, you can see I do have Dragoon leveled. I just, with patch 6.2 coming out, I believe there are going to be some changes to Dragoon. If they're not coming until a later patch, then I will review Dragoon after 6.2. If not, if they do come in during 6.2, then I will take the time to basically relearn the job and figure out the changes and base my review off of that. So instead, I decided to jump ahead. Dancer, I got to level 90 very shortly after Dragoon and decided, here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. So let's just dive right into it. So first of all, I gotta say, I am not, much like with Samurai, I am not the best Dancer player in the world, but I wouldn't be mad if I did get better at it. This is one job that I actually have a lot of fun on, like way more fun than I ever thought I ever would. When I first picked this job up in Shadowbringers, I was like, bruh, it's whatever. It's just killing time. Let's just see what it's about. It's a new job, blah blah blah. And I gotta say, I had a blast playing it every time I played it in Shadowbringers, and I still have a blast now. I mean, not much has changed. There's been a few things, a few alterations to their skill loadout, a couple additions, and the gameplay itself though is pretty much the same. So I will say that I have an absolute ball on this job. For somebody who likes to main warrior, this is a ranged DPS alt that I could actually really get into playing in an endgame scenario. If someone were to ask me to, I would not be upset about doing it. My overall rating of Dancer at this time is 9 out of 10. She's not a perfect 10 out of 10. I'm gonna admit, it's not like Summoner, and it's not like Warrior, where they got perfect scores, but that's because of one really big glaring issue with just how their skills work, and I'm going to explain that in the next section there. But suffice it to say, Dancer is definitely a very fun job, and I enjoy it, and it's definitely a 9 out of 10 for me in PvE. You know, it's a fresh change from what I usually play, and it's actually like something that I wouldn't be mad about doing more of. Granted, my performance overall in PvE has been meh. If you take a look at my gear, you'll see why. You can see I'm only 565 on Dancer. I have the 580 crafted HQ Chakrams, which I know it can be upgraded to 590, but I just don't have the tomes because I haven't been farming them, because I was like, I don't need them. And now I'm like, kind of wish I was farming them, you know, instead I've been too focused on leveling everything. So yeah, that's what I think about Dancer as far as that goes. As far as fun factor goes, they're way up there. Super fun, very interactive and fast paced, and they're very mobile. They can jump all over the place. It's great. So let's go into the skills. So obviously this job came out in Shadowbringers, so there's not much really to go over in terms of how were they in the past, how did they operate back in A Realm Reborn, how did they operate in Heavensward, because none of that really matters, because they weren't around back then. I mean, sure, you can play them now in that content and get a feel for what they might have been like, but you know, it's not the same. So let's just do the rundown. So basically, the way Dancer works is they are a ranged DPS, physical DPS job, but they are also a support job. So a lot of what they do is based off of support abilities that like either heal or provide protection, as well as this ability right here, closed position. This is, everybody knows what this is. This is unique to Dancer. It's basically a stance, so to speak, where you pick someone in your party and they become your dance partner. And as you can see here from the tooltip, it allows you to share the effects of standard finish, curing waltz, devilment, and Tiliana to that said party member. There is a bit of a hierarchy that comes with this. I think the priority if everybody is in the same rank of gear, so like say everybody's, you know, eye level 600, then I think the dance partner priority goes ninja, reaper, or monk, dragoon or samurai, black mage or red mage, summoner, machinist, bard, and then another dancer. Almost very rarely will you ever partner up with a tank or a healer. There's just no need for that. That obviously is a priority that will fluctuate and change, but yeah, I mean, just about everything that's in their kit currently, aside from closed position being their main thing, is just your standard, you know, here are my abilities and here's how they work. So you just got to read your tooltips. They not much has changed per se since Shadowbringers, except there's been a couple of changes, and all for the better, I would say. So to start, for those who aren't aware of what Dancer is, unlike most DPS jobs where they have a 1-2-3 combo, they have a 1-2. They have Cascade and Fountain. So you can see delivers attack with potency 220, additional 50% chance of getting Silken Symmetry, and then Fountain combos off of that, and delivers attack with 280 potency, whatever, has a 50% chance of granting Silken Flow. And then we have our AoE versions, which is Windmill and then Blade Shower. Good thing to note about their AoE abilities is they are point blank. They are not ranged abilities, so you got to get into the shit. You got to get right in there, and you just got to do them. Now, these things here, Silken Symmetry and Silken Flow, are buffs that you get, and they allow you the usages of one of these 4 abilities right here. So you have Fountain Fall, delivers back attack with potency 340, 50% chance of granting 4-fold feather, and then you have Reverse Cascade, 50% chance of 4-fold feather, same thing. AoE versions, you have Rising Windmill and Blood Shower, all of which have 50% chance of granting a 4-fold feather. Now when you get a feather, you have the option to use either for single target Fan Dance or Fan Dance 2, which is the AoE version. It just does damage, but then of course these also have a proc chance of 50% chance of granting 3-fold Fan Dance, which then gives you access to this ability, Fan Dance 3, which is just damage, single and AoE target. This is why Dancer is not 10 out of 10 for me, is because your 1-2 combo and then your procced combos and then your feathers, it's proc based gameplay. It is all proc based gameplay, and I don't like it, because even though everything says 50% chance, I have gone streaks. I've gone almost entire boss fights without getting a single proc, without using a single Fountain Fall, no Reverse Cascade, getting no feathers, any number of those. It just, sometimes it just doesn't happen, and then your DPS suffers horribly when that shit goes down. Like, I know every 60 seconds we get access to Flourish, which you can see gives you the effects of Flourishing Symmetry, Flow, 3-fold Fan Dance, and 4-fold Fan Dance. So we get all of our, you know, abilities that we can use, but it's once every minute, you know. In between that, you're just throwing chakra rounds around and just hoping you get procs, and if you don't, well, sucks to be you. And it's for that reason alone that I did not give this job a 10 out of 10, because I've had some pretty bad outputs, and it's not my fault. It's nothing I can control. It's like, listen, man, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I got no procs. But yeah, I mean, other than that, everything is pretty basic. I mean, Saber Dance, just resource spender. We have our dances. These are unique to dancers. If you didn't know, this is the whole thing about the job. In addition to closed position, you have these. You have standard step, which when you blow it, bust off some dance moves, your abilities turn into these. You have to successfully press 2 of them within the time limit, and then you get double standard finish. You can see here it does damage, and it grants you a buff, which Standard finish, damage dealt is increased, and experience gauge, blah blah blah. This is your resource gauge. Let's use Saber Dance. Technical step is the same thing, only instead of 2 steps, it's 4. So when you get all 4, you get quadruple technical finishes, which is big damage. Boom. And then it also gives you access to Tilana, which is limited technical, blah blah blah. It's just tons of damage and gives all the effects of his spirit and standard finish. Ba-bam. That's good stuff. Now, one thing that changed from Shadowbringers to now is technical step. Technical step used to just be you blow it, you do 4 dance steps, and then it gives you the finish. You know, it gives you the spirit buff, it gives you the this here, the standard finish buff, and it was just big damage. That Tilana is new. Tilana is new as of Endwalker. They decided to add that on there just to give us a little more, you know what I'm saying? Give us a little something to do within the technical finish window. It's pretty nice. It's good stuff. Another thing is if I can get a proc here, that has changed. And if this is a little disjointed, I apologize. I know I'm all over the place. There we go. So we got some procs here. Okay. So you can see it used to be that if you were using Cascade and Fountain, you would only proc Fountain Fall or reverse Cascade, based on whichever skill you did. And then, of course, if you used your AoE abilities, you would proc Blood Shower and Rising Windmill, right? Which meant that when you blew Flourish, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 abilities, plus you had Fan Dance and Fan Dance 3. So you had 6 abilities that you could use. These are now shared. So it doesn't matter if you use your AoE, your single target, whatever. These are shared. Whichever one of these 4 you decide to use is based on your situation. If you're single target, you're going to use these 2. If you're AoE, you're going to use these 2. And they are shared. So when you blow Flourish, you only get these 2. So we kind of went down from 6 abilities to 4. Kind of a shame. Is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of that change, but there's not much we can do about it. It's kind of nice and kind of not. I guess it saves on getting confused, but whatever. I think that's really it. I think those are the biggest changes to Dancer between Shadowbringers and Endwalker. We'll go over the new stuff, the new goodies. I think I forgot to do this in my last video, so I apologize. But the new goodies here, obviously enhanced technical finish, grants flourishing finish after technical finish. Enhanced E-Spirit is just more resource. Enhanced Flourish, this makes it so that we get 4-fold dance upon executing Flourish, which allows us to use Fan Dance 4. Shield Samba, it just shortens the cooldown. And Enhanced Devilment, this ties into our level 90 skill, where when we pop this, we get Flourishing Starfall, which allows us to use Starfall Dance. Let's see, you can see here, as far as these go, this is all we get is Tilana at 82. Oh wait, no, the other ones are up here. I was gonna say I could have sworn we got, no, you're right, we get Tilana at 82. 86 we get Fan Dance 4. It's just frontal conal AoE damage, which you'll also use on single target. Starfall Dance is the same exact thing, just even more damage, but they give this skill the warrior treatment, where when you pop this bad mamma jamma, it has a guaranteed critical direct hit to everyone that it hits. So yeehaw, do the damage. I feel like there was something I was forgetting. Those are all the new goodies. Oh, there is one other thing that changed. Improvisation at level 80, it used to just be you blow this thing while you're in combat but not moving or pressing buttons or doing anything, and you would stack up resource. You would stack up your E-Spirit gauge. You would just fill. Useless. Nobody enjoyed it. They completely changed the skill. Improvisation, you can see here, dances to the beat of your own drum, granting rising rhythm. Stacks increase every 3 seconds up to a maximum of 4. Healing over time for self and nearby party members with a cure potency of 100. Here we're gonna blow it. We're gonna bust off some dance moves, and you can see at the base amount of stacks, we get 5% maximum, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 10% for 30 seconds if we can save 4 stacks. Blow this thing, ba-bam, and there we go. Magic barrier is nullifying damage, and we're regenerating HP over time. So you get a barrier, you get some regen. It's nice. It's great. Would you ever use this in a raid situation? Maybe. In between phases, you might. Or like when the boss is charging in their big damage ability, you might. But otherwise, you'll probably just blow this bad mamma jamma, like get like a stack and then toss it out just so that you can get that regen going, because that's about it. But that's, there you go, that's party support right there, on top of Shield Samba, which is party support, and then of course Curing Waltz, which is you and your dance partner support. It's good stuff. It's pretty good. I don't know, don't really have much else to say. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's not much to go over. I know this explanation was kind of disjointed. I have to apologize. It's late, so I'm kind of tired. Yeah, that's about it. As far as the next segment where I just go over style, Dancer, part of what makes Dancer so fun for me is the animations. I think Dancer has some of the most beautiful animations in the game to date, and I hope they don't ever change them. I mean, listen, okay. Where is it? Like, the use of chakrams as weapons as a whole is amazing. I mean, their AoE, like, just look at this. I'm trying to get the proc that I want. Give it to me. Gosh dang it. They know. So, I mean, Rising Windmill, that's pretty cool looking. Come on, give me what I'm looking for here. I want to show you guys Blood Shower. Blood Shower is one of my favorite abilities. Here we go, Blood Shower. Boom. One of my most favorite looking abilities. If I can get some resource saved up here, let's see if we can build some goodies here. I can show you my next favorite ability, which is, of course, here it is, Saber Dance. Check this out. All right, boom. I mean, it's just so cool. Like, their animations are beautiful. And I mean, Starfall Dance, Fan Dance 4, they're pretty cool. They summon some like flashy stuff, but man, just Blood Shower and Saber Dance alone are good enough for me. I think that sells it for me. Their outfits are kind of not really my style, which is why I'm glamored onto basically the Paglathan set. But let me see. I don't know if I still have the Endwalker Dancer gear here. I might have stashed it away. If I did, I apologize that I can't show it off. I've been trying to make sure I can show it to you guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonzo. That means I have stashed it somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. Or am I wearing it? Oh, no, I haven't stashed it. I'm wearing it. It's just glamored. All right, hold on. Can I show you guys what it looks like without the glamour? No, it's gonna show us the glamour. Dang it. Well, take my word for it. Their sets look okay, but it's more about the animations for me than it is their armor sets. So yeah, that's my generic review, or my overall review of Dancer, guys. I'm sorry I droned on so much. Like I said, I'm tired. But yeah, 9 out of 10, definitely a fun job. If you are in the Shadowbreakers content, you want to play a DPS job, but you want to be able to provide a little bit of support, and you want to just be a little different than your standard ranged job that's available, pick up Dancer. It's not that complicated. It's very easy to get into the flow of it, and you're going to have a great time. Like, trust me, don't sleep on Dancer. It sounds goofy and silly, but it's pretty awesome. Just be warned, you will not, for DPS role, you will not be topping damage charts. You might be good in dungeons when you're busting out all that AoE, but single target, you cannot hold a candle to any of the other jobs out there. That's just how it is. But we make up for it with all of our party support. So that's the way it goes. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's not a hard job, it's more of a medium tier job. And if you do check it out, let me know. Throw it in the comments below. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, throw them in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more from my channel, some other videos where I don't drone on too long, or if you want to catch me live every Friday, Saturday, please consider subscribing to my channel, please. I am 1 subscriber away from meeting my goal for the whole entire year, and that's just having 10 subscribers by year end. And you know, every subscription will just help my channel grow and help motivate me to put more stuff out there for you guys. So please consider doing that. I won't shamelessly plug my stuff anymore. I hope you guys have a great night and look forward to the next video. I'll be doing the Dancer PvP review, and then once patch 6.2 comes out, you will be seeing an overall 6.2 review, and you will definitely get the Dragoon PvE review as well as the Dragoon PvP review. So you got quite a few videos coming at you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoyed the rest that are coming your way. Look forward to them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.